Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Welcome to my day 2 of my annual catalog kickoff celebration. And let me make sure that I can see comments. And then, all right. Welcome, welcome. So today I have some fun crafting for you. I'm going to share with you what we did yesterday. And I did find out that we had a little problem yesterday. I was crafting backwards, but it looks like it was the operator fault. Hi, Connie. Good to see you. Welcome. So today, let's hope that things go well, but you never know. It can be technology or it can be the operator, which of course would be me, right? All right, let's get things started. I'm going to turn the camera down. I'm going to share the project that we did yesterday and then tell you a couple interesting things about our new annual catalog. And then, of course, we're going to make another card using a brand new product from our annual catalog. So with that said, we will just turn the camera down, get some lights going. Yesterday, we made I call it a fancy fold fun card. And then you just undo this ribbon. And then it just falls out like this. And you can set that up on your table. And then I had so much fun that after my live yesterday, I made another using a different designer series paper. So yesterday I used the Cheerful Daisies designer series paper, or it's called Fresh as a Daisy. And it has all of our new end colors. So the Fresh as a Daisy designer series paper it coordinates with all of our end colors. And our end colors are Copper Clay, Boho Blue, Pebbled Path, and Wild Wheat, plus Moody Mauve. And we're going to use Moody Mauve, which I understand is pronounced differently in different places, but we're going to use Moody Mauve today in our stamping. So this is a card I made yesterday, and I used one of the new, we have a color refresh, and I use Blueberry Bushel to make this card. And then I used a couple of stamp sets. I used the one that has all about the family. I love that one. It has sister, mom, grandkids, everything. And then this just opens up and it says, "You are the best sister." So, and I have one sister. So needless to say, this card, and then of course it opens here and you can write more inside. So this is just a fun card. If you have not watched my day 1, go back and watch that. Also leave a comment and you'll be in the running for a drawing. I'm going to have a random drawing. So each of my 4 days during my catalog kickoff, you can enter for a drawing. I'm drawing a prize for each day. So there'll be 4 days I'm doing my kickoff and there'll be 4 prizes. So it's really easy to enter. If you're live, leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment, and you have all week to do that. Then Thursday, I will be announcing the winners for the 4 days of my drawing. This is our beautiful catalog. Just a couple things that I wanted to talk to you about. On page 162, or where you'll first start finding our dies. I'm actually not going to use any dies today, but I just wanted to share some things about the catalog. We have 8 new dies in this annual catalog. And what is interesting that we have 14 of the dies, they do not coordinate with any stamp set. So we have 14 dies are kind of standalone. And how do you know that? Well, for example, this first one, it says all that. It says it coordinates with He's All That stamp set. So I know that this coordinates with a stamp set, and it shows us the page that it's on. And then if we look at the basic borders, it just says 6 dies and tells us the largest die measurement. And you can see these dies in use on page 99, but it does not say that it coordinates with anything. So it doesn't coordinate with a stamp. But we're going to turn to page 99, and you can see the die right here. And then you can see it in use. And then I wanted to look at page 23. Just to point out to you, there's a little circle and a heart, and notice that it says web, radiating stitches dies, and it gives you the order number. But it's web means that you're not going to find these dies in anywhere else in the catalog, but you can definitely order them in my online store. All right, and then one more thing. On page 52, this cute little stamp set, little monkey. And I wanted to explain to you why this monkey is brighter than all the other images. And that's because it comes with, as a bundle, with a punch. And it shows you that this image is the one that the punch will punch out, along with that banana. And you can see that it's a little brighter too. Okay, so today I'm going to be running day 2, running my celebration as a card class. And that means that everyone can watch. Hi, Judy. Good to see you. Welcome. So everyone can watch, but if you would like the make and take for all of the cards that I'm making this week during my annual catalog kickoff celebration, and I'll be making 4 cards, 1 each day. If you would like that make and take, then place a $35 order with me. And all the information and the link is in the description. And I'll be glad to send you the make and takes for all 4 cards. So today we're going to be using layering leaves. And this coordinates with this punch right here that we will be using today. And this, notice it has a symbol, and I talked about that yesterday, although that might have been in part 1 before we had to delete that. And this stamp set is inspired by Rachel Tessman. And this is a 2-step stamp set. We're not going to use it as a 2-step stamp set, but I will show you what that means. And then the last thing on page 122 in our catalog are the end colors. And I just shared all those end colors with you. And we have 5 end colors from last year, and then we have 5 new end colors: Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, Pebbled Path. Later this week, I will talk to you about the color refresh. So I'm going to lay that aside. And before we start stamping, one more thing. I'd like to invite you to join us for the online global retreat, which will be July 21st to the 22nd. And I have teamed up with other demonstrators from Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom. And we are bringing this retreat to you. Right now, we have early bird registration. It is open, an early bird price, and all more information and is in the description, where you can find all the information for the online global retreat. It's a lot of fun. You'll have a retreat box sent to you to your home, And you can check that out. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to start our stamping, layering leaves. So happy to celebrate you. Thank you so much. Best wishes for you. Sending hugs. So you could do sending hugs for you, thinking of you, hello. And then we have leaves. And I love this little kind of a, I don't know, little splotch there. I love that image. We'll also be using the basic 3D embossing folders, and this is online exclusives. And I'm going to be using this one right here. It's kind of like it's a little more subtle. And then you have one with, I don't know, kind of flowers and maybe more polka dots. But this is the one that we're going to use. And we're going to be using some the Designer Series paper from the 23 to 25 in color. And I'm going to be using the Moody Mauve. So this has all 5 in colors. And you have stripes and polka dots. You have hearts, and on the back. And you have several of each of those in the in colors. So we're going to use that. And we're also going to use some new gems from the catalog. So would you like to see the card? Or do you want me just to surprise you? I think you would like to see the card that we're going to make, right? Here is the card that we're going to make, and then I have another one to show you. So we're going to make this card. It says hello, but and we're going to be using 4 inks today: Moody Mauve, Blackberry Bliss, Bubble Bath, which is a new color this year from the Color Refresh, and Granny Apple Green. So I'm using Moody Mauve, which is a new in color. I'm using 2 colors, Blackberry Bliss and Granny Apple Green, that we've had. It was in last year's catalog. And then a new color, Bubble Bath. Yes, I didn't think you were patient, Connie, so I did show the card. All right, but before we start, I just want to show you, since this is a 2-step stamp set, and we're not going to use it for that, but I wanted to show you what that means. So 2-step stamping is that you have 2 stamps and you can stamp on top of each other. So I'm going to use Moody Mauve, and it really doesn't matter which stamp you use first. Usually you'll have one stamp that's a little smoother, like this one, and then the other stamp will be, if you touch it's a little rougher. You can do either way, and I'm going to start with the one that's a little rougher on the edges. I mean, it has and I'm going to ink that up, and I am going to go ahead and just stamp right here. I'm going to clean that. Then you could come back with a different color, but I'm going to go ahead and ink this up in Moody Mauve. Only I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to do that again. I didn't get a good. Going to stamp off. And then I'm just going to line this up. And stamp on. And then here you have your 2-step. You have, darker and lighter. So that is what 2-step stamping is. But today, you don't have to do 2-step stamping with a 2-step stamp set. Boy, that's a tongue twister. And we're not going to today. So we're just going to use it as 1 step. Okay, let's bring in our card base. And our card base is 8.5 by 5.5. And it's scored at 4.25. Let's bring my bone folder to crease that. If you don't have your bone folder, you can use a Stampin' Block. That will work too. Then I'm going to bring in the Designer Series paper, and this is the hearts from the Moody Mauve. And this is cut at 4.25 by 5.5. And I'm going to just layer that right on top of our card base. So we'll add some adhesive. And I needed to pull this down just a little bit, which is why I like the green glue, because it gives you that time that you can do that. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to bring in basic white, and this is 3.25 by 4.5. And we are going to emboss using that embossing folder. Maybe. Maybe if I can get it open right. Now you can lay it, I'm going to lay it this way here because it doesn't quite, it does fit this way. So you could lay it this way, or you can lay it this way. So either way. And I have already done that for us. And I'm going to bring in some basic gray. And this is 4 3/4 by 3.5. And then I'm going to layer this onto here. And then we're going to be doing some stamping. I like to have all occasion cards, you know, like just a note, hello, just to send and let people know that I'm thinking about them. That even. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay that aside right now. And let's go ahead, and I'm going to bring in, I believe this is about 2 inches wide, and we're going to be stamping our leaves. So notice on our punch, so when I stamp our leaves, I can just punch, 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 and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to leave this here like this, and then I'm going to stamp with Moody Mauve first. And I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. And I'm going to stamp right here. And then I'm going to ink this up again. And I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to bring that typing paper back in. And I'm going to stamp right here. I'm going to clean my stamp. And let's see, since I had the Moody Mauve out, I'm going to bring in a different image, a different leaf image. And we're going to go ahead and ink this up. And I'm going to stamp that. And then let's switch. And let's bring in Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to stamp that. Going to bring in another. And let's use our bubble bath. And this is the third image. So we used 2 out of the 3. And this is the third image that we haven't used yet. And I'm going to do this in bubble bath. Like that. And then going to come back with Granny Apple Green. And let's see, which one should we use? We'll use that. And I'm going to bring this little, the smaller. And we'll just do that with Granny Apple Green. Okay. Let's lay that aside and let's go ahead, and I'm going to bring in a scrap of basic white. And I'm going to bring that, let's see, let's stamp it in Blackberry Bliss, and we're going to stamp our sentiment. Since we're doing our stamping, I'm going to use hello. And lay that aside. Now, I could have had these already punched out, but we're just going to go ahead and do that on camera. So I'm going to just line up our leaves. Because I love punches and they're just so quick and easy, right? And by doing it this way, you don't waste a lot of cardstock. I probably spend too much time trying to get it lined up perfectly. And there is no perfect right, so, but as close as I can get. Okay. Then it looks like I might have put my, I think I'm going to, well, I do want that. I think I stamped Granny Apple Green leaf a little close to the bubble bath, but we will see how that works out. I think it's going to work out. Get those scraps out of the way. Okay, just 2 more. Just hang with me. And then Going to turn the cardstock around because this also punches out the small image that we stamped. And of course, you can have, you can just decide how many, what colors you want to use and how many leaves that you want. All right, we're ready to put our card together. I'm going to bring in this double oval punch, and I'm going to line this up, and it just is barely, but it will work. I'm going to bring in a scrap of Moody Mauve, and we'll use the larger oval punch for that. And then we're ready to put our card together. All right, so we have all of our pieces, and now the fun begins, right? Don't forget to leave a comment if you're watching the replay. So you'll be entered in a drawing. I'm going to have a drawing each of the 4 days during my catalog kickoff celebration. And I know some of you watch from another country. Go ahead. I know I cannot send product over except in the United States, but I can email like a tutorial. So when I first started, I didn't realize that, but yes, I can do that. So so go ahead and enter, even if you're not in the United States, and I would be glad to email you if you win. All right, now let's go ahead and just add a little adhesive on the back of the hello, and then we'll line that up on our oval. And then I'll pop this up last. So now we want to add our leaves. So you can just kind of place them however you want. And I'm not putting these exact same way that I did the others. And we may not even need this many. I think 5 is probably, I think 5 is about enough. And then 1, we're going to glue them down. Except 1, we're going to go ahead and punch it up. So I'm going to leave that one. So let's just go ahead and get started. Now you could use glue dots, but I'm just going to use a little adhesive. And I'm going to just place this one right here. And then I am going to use bubble bath. And we'll just grab another one. And I have an extra card to show you at the end in a different color. And you can like bring it down a little bit if you want to. And let's go ahead and add Granny Apple Green. I'm not worried about gluing that stem down because I'm going to have my sentiment there. So, and then we're going to pop this one up right here. And I'm going to bring in some of our dimensionals. But as you can see, you don't have a lot of room here. So I am just going to, actually, I'm going to cut, I'm going to make this even smaller. and then cut them like this. And you can always use so when you run out of, don't forget you can use these side pieces of your dimensionals. And then we can just put that right here. So we're just going to pop this up. I think I need to make it just a little bit smaller. Yes, I made the one smaller that I hadn't cut like this. All right. And now we'll just put these in the back of the leaves. And I need one more. Okay. Because I don't want the dimensionals to show, right? So we'll just peel the backings off. So again, this is I'm running my kickoff, my annual catalog kickoff celebration as a card class. So if you would like a make and take sent to you for the card we made yesterday, this card today, and the next two cards, and who wouldn't want to, then just place a order in my online store, and the link is in the description. We do want to add our little flower or leaf. Kind of looks like a leaf, and we will just put that about right here. And now we're going to add hello. And we're going to bring in our end color dots that have all of the end colors. And we'll add some gems, right? So I'm going to, you have end colors in, you have 5 colors. Boho blues over here. As you can see, I've been using them. You have large, medium, and small. And I'm going to use the medium for this card because it has quite a bit of little white space over on the right. So I think the medium will be just perfect. Okay, so here is our card today. It's quick and easy. That punch just makes it really, really quick. We used an embossing folder and our in color 6x6 designer series paper, Moody Mauve with the hearts. This was our sample card, which I didn't add any gems on, but I most certainly will. And then I told you that I had a third card to show you. And this is the third card. And I used boho blue. And I used petal pink card stock for the layer. And then I used Lost Lagoon, boho blue, petal pink for stamping the leaves. So again, just all occasion, quick and easy. Which one do you like the best? You like the boho blue or the Moody Mauve? You can let me know which one you like. Oh, thanks, Connie. I'm glad you like that color combo. And then you like the boho blue the best. And it will even look prettier when I add some of those gems on there, won't it? And we should probably do that right now, maybe on that boho blue, because I think, although I think the card is beautiful without any gems, but I think it does definitely adds. You like the striped paper? Yes, that is really, really pretty. There's lots of pretty colors in. So I only have large left for the, but don't worry, I have more in color dots because I had to get more than one package, as pretty as these are, right? And I'm fighting with that last. I think I need to get some more putty out. All right, well, we could put that. We'll just put that right there. So we'll do that one different. But yes, I think the gems do. It looks pretty without the gems, but I think the gems definitely add something to the card. And Judy, blue is always your favorite and go-to. Yes, blue is a pretty color. So thank you for watching. And this is day 2 of my annual catalog kickoff celebration. And I'll be back tomorrow, which is Wednesday, to share some more new products with you and to make another project. Again, I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.